Creative Brain Candy, by creators for creators.
Okay, so God, as if you didn't know, we are not the three wise people that you might have thought we were.
No, we mugged 3 people and took their clothes. Sorry.
I'm Bill S. Preston.
I'm Ted Theodore Logan.
Together we are Wild Stallions! Yeah. This lovely lady is the Grim Reaper. He brought us here when we challenged him and won.
Now, okay. First of all, congratulations on Earth. It's a most excellent planet, and Bill and I enjoy it on a daily basis.
Yeah, not to mention your other great planets. Mars, Jupiter, Uranus. But the point is, okay, we died.
Most unfairly.
But we won the chance to come back. And we need to construct something to help save the women we love.
Yeah, and we don't got a lot of time, so we were wondering, could you maybe help us find somebody who could maybe help us build something?
Station.
Well, we were thinking along the lines maybe of a scientist or something.
Cool. Thanks, God.
Yeah, you are just a noble creator.
Okay. Well, we'll be going now.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Catch you later, God.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week we review the second movie in the Bill and Ted series where the duo fuck their way around not through time, but through the afterlife. It's 1991's Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. But first, he's the evil blonde deathbot to my evil brunette deathbot. It's James. How you doing, James?
Totally excellent, duder.
And he's the pasty bald guy who won't leave Bill and Ted alone. It's Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
Don't overlook my butt. I work out all the time, and reaping burn a lot of calories.
It does. You're right.
I remember his accent. I loved his accent as a kid, and when I watched this movie today, I loved his accent even more.
All right, so let's check on what's happening around CBC. James, what's happening?
Are you sure that's what we want to do?
Yeah, I'm
aneurysm or something.
I might have had a small little stroke. So,
all right. Well, let me know if like your face on one side starts to droop, and we'll get you to a hospital. Around CBC this week on STD, Salem goes West Coast as the witch killers, San Francisco witch killers, Michael and Susan Carson, do God's work and just start killing witches on STD. Check that out. It's out every Thursday here at creativebraincandy.com. You can also check every Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, Thursdays. You can also check out Simply Stogies has a new episode out where I talk about the big FDA ruling the big court ruling that basically vacates everything the FDA wanted to do to the premium cigar industry. Haha, suck it, government. Check that out. I also tell you where to buy Cubans. I also tell you not to buy Cubans because they're illegal. And there's our legal disclaimer for status. Don't buy Cubans.
They legalized Cubans.
They legalized weed. You still can't buy commie sticks. Why are you interrupting my shit? I don't interrupt. Oh, yeah. No, I interrupt.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I can't wait to find out what you listened to or read while you were taking a shit this week. But before we do that,
I almost posted a picture of the toilet and told everybody I was prepping for status.
Rob, I hate you. This week, Bad Gamers Anonymous, the new episode out tomorrow, because they also come out on Thursdays, along with spoiler, they die. They're covering a shit game called something. I don't know. It's a question. I watched Caden stream this for about 10 minutes and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I left because it was just dumb. It was absolutely the dumbest game. It's called Tell Me Why. And I was asking myself, why the fuck am I watching this? But the big news this week, Kotobophobia, they had a great interview with Ian Smith, the co-owner of Attila's Gym. Big in the news lately. If you are, watching COVID, if you're watching, is the Rona real? Is the Rona not real? Is it a hoax? Is this just the government trying to control us? Great interview with Attila's Gym owner, Ian Smith. So check that out, Kotobophobia. Go to creativebraincandy.com. Check out all of the great shows that we've got there. Plus, Bad Gamers Anonymous needs 2 new hosts to pick better games than Tell Me Why. Jesus fucking Christ. Please apply. creativebraincandy.com. Click the apply button. You don't even have to have experience. For fuck's sake, we let Rob on this show every week. We'll let you fucking do fucking games every week. What the fuck do we care? So hit the apply button. Let's get somebody getting good games. Like, I want to go on and talk about Avengers because that game's not good and it's not bad either. I want to talk about that, but they won't let me. So you know what? While you're in there, creativebraincandy.com, when you go to the apply button, just type in, let Crowley talk about Avengers too. For fuck's sake. That's all I got. That's it.
All right. Rob, you got any news for us this week?
Yeah, while you're up there applying for creativebrandy.com.
Creativebrandy.com?
Yeah, braincandy.com.
Are you having a stroke?
It might be. While you're up there clicking that apply button, go ahead and put in there, let Rob host status.
No.
That'd be awesome.
No, you can, but it's not going to happen.
Neither is reviewing Marvel's Avengers.
Watch me.
Unless you just hijack the show.
Well,
all right. Moving on.
Welcome to creativebraincandy.com.
Moving on. So, yeah, I'm going to be busy during Christmas watching Wonder Woman 1984. Maybe.
Maybe. If they actually release it during Christmas.
Right.
I mean, it's only been moved, 4 times at this point?
Yeah. So Wonder Woman 1984 has been pushed to Christmas. I don't know if it's actually Christmas or or if it'll be later, or if maybe they'll just say, screw it, let's do the digital thing.
Nope. Christmas 2021 is my guess.
Man.
You think they're going to hold it in the can that long?
Yep, I really do.
They
don't want to lose money.
This Corona crap's pissing me off.
Well, look, I mean, here's the thing. The thing is they're talking about what, let's just pretend that, we get a Christmas miracle. And at the beginning of November, right after, the election's over, we get a vaccine.
Oh, don't start that fucking conspiracy bullshit here.
Hello. And
this is not that episode.
What happens after that is they've got to roll it out, right? So it doesn't matter when we get it. They've got to roll it out, and they're going to give it to the frontline workers first. Then they're going to start rolling it out to everybody else. And it's going to take a minute for everybody to get it.
Do you think it becomes a vaccine like, chicken pox or polio or whatever, whatever.
Yes.
The shit
it might even be a yearly
get.
Vaccine. It just depends on what the coronavirus itself does. But what'll happen then is, like, if you may have to go back 30 days later to get a second shot. And if that's the case, you're looking at a long rollout. And so 2021, you're looking at probably the end of the year, 2021, before things really start to look back to normal. And they do not want to lose money on one of the only DC franchises that makes money, especially with, sparkly bat testicles getting fucking Rona and shutting that shit down. Plus, like, the Flash is now rebooting all of it.
Supposedly.
I don't think there's any supposedly to
supposedly
it.
They're doing supposedly they're doing Flashpoint.
It's going to be Flashpoint.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
Supposedly Damon's or Batfleck is in.
So is Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yeah.
So what's your point? It's just a lot of Batmen.
Maybe.
Well, that's
it's
the whole
raining
thing
Batman.
with Flashpoint, right? Is it
yes.
brought all of the different iterations of all the world's superheroes together.
That was Crisis. No, that was Crisis.
That was Crisis. What Flashpoint does,
reset.
Just reset everything to the new 52.
Well, then how does that fucking work?
It allowed them to say, hey, this particular version of this particular character didn't happen because of events that didn't quite happen because
No, I get that, but why
alive.
bring in Keaton and Batfleck?
Fan service.
Yeah, and I think they're using it more in terms of multiverse.
Yeah,
they're trying to bring in the idea of the multiverse theory.
They've already teased it with Ezra showing up on the Flash television show.
Yep.
And
up
so
on CW.
Yep, on the CW. So like this is going to be a thing.
Frankly, I think he's a better Flash than Ezra. Ezra's kind of
100%. And I hate to say that because he was on Glee, and I hate anything associated with Glee. But he's the best Flash.
Oh, he's
100%.
He's a good Flash. I think he's he's got some shortcomings. But I'd rather have him than Ezra.
So who did he play on Glee? Because I haven't seen the CW Flash.
I don't know. I didn't watch Glee.
Oh my!
But my wife's like, he was in Glee.
Here we go.
Here we go. Research on the fly during the news segment.
Grant Gustin.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah. Grant Gustin is the Flash, and he played.
Because the chick from
Sebastian Smythe. He had he was in 7 episodes.
The chick from
he wasn't like a main character.
Supergirl was also in.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Glee.
Melissa Benoist. Yeah.
She is from.
I forgot
Glee.
her name because I stopped caring.
In fact, she even married her coworker from Supergirl.
Which one?
The Mon-El, or not Mon-El? Mon-El.
Her love interest from I stopped watching that show
at
like season 3 because it just turned into this fucking social justice warrior bullshit. Like I'm like, whatever, I'm done here.
Her antagonist person, love interest type person.
But to reiterate, I don't think that Wonder Woman, even if the Rona weren't happening right now and Wonder Woman had released as the summer blockbuster it was slated to release as, I don't think it would have done very well. It just doesn't look good.
You shut your whore mouth.
Yeah,
and
she looks really good. So you do shut your whore mouth. She is, gal.
Okay.
Call me.
Gal Gadot can be as beautiful as you want her to be, but if the movie still fucking sucks, her beauty isn't going to change that.
I have
to be that beautiful.
And I have faith in Patty Jenkins.
I don't. I don't have faith in literally anything DC does anymore. But I will say this. I read an interview today with Gal Gadot where she said she had to run as fast as Usain Bolt in the scene down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. And they helped her with wires. And she's like, that was really hard. And if you need me to massage your legs after running as fast as Usain Bolt,
may have you chase her so she can run as fast as Usain Bolt.
But they would have to do it. They would have to do it in short takes because Crowley would run out of breath.
Yeah, I'd have to stop and have a cigar. Wait. I need a cigar. Let me just sit here for a couple hours.
Splice all this together.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a moment.
What else you got, Rob?
All right, so Star Wars fans are upset with Daisy Ridley because
you could have just stopped at Star Wars fans are upset.
Right? Yeah. Anyway, they're upset with her because apparently, I shouldn't say Star Wars fans. They are in a frenzy, and Disney is a little upset with Daisy because she revealed the fact that at one point in time she was going to be a Kenobi, not a Palpatine.
I read this.
That would have made so much more sense.
Yes.
Yep. Well, Disney
and apparently they were bouncing back and forth for two of the movies, and even all the way up until they started filming.
Yeah, when they started filming the third movie, JJ told her you're a Kenobi. Yeah, and she's like, that's awesome. That's really cool. And then she said about halfway through filming, he came up to her and said, so you're a Palpatine.
So we changed. Guess what?
Look, that whole fucking production from
Yeah,
The
from
7th to the 9th movie was just a clusterfuck.
Yep, it was a money grab. It was a money grab. Look, I'll say it again. I think JJ set everything up perfectly with 7 and he wanted to walk away. But when you have a vision, right? And then you give that vision to somebody else, they're going to fuck it up. Because it's not your vision anymore, it's theirs. And that's what Rian Johnson did. And then to come back and try to fix it, you can't, it's done. Like if I were JJ and they said, hey, we need you to do the 9th because Rian Johnson really fucked us with 8, I would have been like, nah, I think I'll go reboot Star Trek again. That's more fun.
Yeah. How much of his vision, though, did he actually have written down, and how detailed was that vision?
Look,
I think he had. I think he had more notes than Lucas did.
George Lucas did. Yeah, I think George Lucas was flying by the seat of his pants during 4, 5, and 6. So this is just par for the course for Star Wars.
1, 2, and 3.
No, I want to say that I've read that
Lucas
Lucas had some.
Well, I'm saying he was flying by the seat of his pants on those too.
Oh yeah.
I want to say that Lucas had some pretty good notes, at least for the first and second movies. Now, maybe the third movie with the whole Ewok debacle, maybe not, but he had some pretty clear ideas of where he wanted at least that first movie to go and into the second.
Well, he had clear ideas for 1, 2, and 3 as well, and those were shit.
Well, yeah,
like absolute shit.
But that was because nobody stood up to his ego.
Look, this goes, maybe, but I also maybe think that just a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, broken clocks, right twice, and every once in a while, a monkey fucking a football will actually bust a nut.
But what happened? Is that true? Because he did Indiana Jones too, and those are good movies.
Those are Spielberg.
Well, Spielberg directed them.
But, okay, but the director usually gets the vision, right?
True. But the producer is still involved in the creative process.
Man.
To an extent.
Yeah, I guess, but Spielberg, I could see Spielberg telling Lucas.
I want to say the stories are by George Lucas, though. Let's look that up real quick.
Let's see. Created by George Lucas. Oh, well, that's Indiana Jones. The franchise itself is created by George Lucas.
Yeah, but who wrote it?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So
the first one.
Raiders of the Lost Ark was story by George Lucas, and then
Philip Kaufman. No, hey, whoa, yeah. You got to add in the fact that Kaufman was there, so
Okay, but they helped him with the script, I'm sure.
Yeah, they reeled that shit in.
And like I said, Lucas is best whenever somebody stands up to his vision. I mean, he goes off the fucking rails when he's left to his own devices.
Yeah, so Temple of Doom, story by George Lucas, and that's it.
There you go. Yeah, that just kind of falls right in line with everything we thought. So, look, here's the bottom line is...
Last Crusade, nothing. He wasn't in it.
The bottom line with everything Star Wars is it really it just really mirrors the culture.
Oh, Crystal Skull. He came back for that one.
Yeah, that, again, not shocking. It just mirrors the culture. And so everyone's divided today, which means half the people like the new ones, half the people don't. Half the people like part of them, half the people don't. Everyone kind of universally pans 1 through 3. Honestly, unless you're Logan's kids. Can we put a memoriam on fucking Star Wars news around here? Because I'm tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, sure. So unless you're Logan's kids, and then they are, awesome. The first one's good, third one sucks, even though he's never seen them. So that was funny. All right.
If you want to know what we're talking about, join our Discord. ReadyToBreakCandy.com. Click the Discord button. Join us. Yeah.
Got a 3-year-old that's never seen the Star Wars, and he already has opinions. All right, so my last thing is Charlie Bolden. He used to be the head NASA administrator from about 2009 through 2017. He just came out and basically said, "Yeah, the SLS rocket, that's going to go away." Basically. Which is the one that NASA is doing. He says that SpaceX is going to blow him out of the water just in a cost standpoint, and he would be surprised if SLS makes it much past its initial contract.
So they had a couple of different rocket programs going on simultaneously, right?
For not NASA directly, but yes. So like there was a bunch
I thought
of
NASA had 2 as well.
They did, and then they got rid of one. So they had the Orion thing, and then they had some whatever this new one is. And the SLS is part of this new one. They're wasting a lot of money, and it kind of sucks. And
well, that's their heavy lifter.
Yeah, that's the heavy lifter, which SpaceX doesn't even have a heavy lifter, but they're working on it. So because they got to do a whole new heavy lifter for the Starship,
right?
But he's all.
And so NASA is saying, or a former NASA administrator is saying that SpaceX is going to beat them to a heavy lifter.
Well, let's put it this way: the SLS rocket was supposed to launch in 2017. It is never launched, ever.
Well, they keep having budget cutbacks.
They won't get it. It's going to be delayed till 2021, and they haven't had budget cutbacks. They just got another additional funding from the government. They got additional funding to get this thing up and running
recently.
Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is in the last few years, though, their budget has been cut back. I've read articles saying that their budget has been cut back.
Okay. Tesla's doing a good job. Tesla man, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the SpaceX is doing good. And they're on their way. And Bolden says, they'll probably take it over because of just the economy of things. The SLS and basically, let's see. He says the SLS will cost about $2 billion to launch. And then it'll fall into the ocean, and that's it. SpaceX estimates that they're in the millions to launch, and it'll be reusable. It's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, but it's sci-fi sort of. It's science-based. It's space-based. Shut the hell up. Let's listen to a pod crawl.
I think Elon Musk is fiction.
I think you are a witch.
Whatever.
Okay.
Who's ready for a pod crawl?
Please.
All right.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
Rufus is giving a lecture at Bill and Ted University in a future where Uggs have gone to a ridiculous level. He brings in more kidnapped figures of the past, including Jim Martin from Faith No More, which should be considered a musical hate crime. As he's parading his latest catch around like trained seals, Rufus' old gym teacher, and man who hates music, knocks down the door with his cronies in black pajamas to begin the revolution and steal the time booth. He's built robot replicas of Bill and Ted that he will send back in time to kill the real Bill and Ted, then ruin their reputation, thus preventing the air guitar future he despises. As Robo Bill and Ted are leaving in the phone booth, Rufus catches a ride by using an electric guitar to grapple Hook to the past. Back in the past, the real Bill and Ted are having a party in their bachelor pad, where they simultaneously propose to the princesses, who for some reason say yes. Robo Bill and Ted later call Bill and Ted to meet them, claiming a problem with the future. The Robos drive them out to the desert, and then unceremoniously toss them off a cliff. Oh, then they steal a Porsche 911, because why not? Bill and Ted meet up with the Grim Reaper, who tells them if they want to return to the land of the living, they must beat him in a game. Bill and Ted instead reverse wedge the Reaper, and run back to San Dimas to find Whoopi Goldberg, so they can have ghost sex with their widowed wife. Oh wait, wrong movie. Instead, they head to Ted's dad at the sheriff's station, where they possess him, and a deputy to try and convince the Force that their robo-doppelgangers are bent on destroying their band and the future. It doesn't work, however, so they head to Ted's house where Missy, now married to Ted's dad, is having a seance. They manifest and try to commune with the living when she pulls out a can of Raid for evil spirits and sends them straight to hell. In hell, Bill and Ted fumble around a Hall of Doors Beetlejuice-style living various personal hellscapes until they finally decide to challenge Death to a game. They beat Death in Battleship, Clue, Twister, and Electric Football before Death calls it quits for fear of his IQ getting any lower. He takes them to heaven where they mug some people for their clothes and meet God, who gives them a map to 2 giant-assed Martians. It's not that the Martians are giants, it's that their asses go from their tiny legs up to their heads. They agree to head back to Earth with Bill and Ted, and make more Robo-Bill and Teds to fight the other Robo-Bill and Teds. They raid a hardware store for supplies, and the 2 Martians combine to form Voltron, Defender of the Galaxy. Wait, no, that's another show. They combine to form what seems to be Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, judging from the voice. Dr. Claw creates Pop and lock Bill and Ted in the van on the way to the Battle of the Bands, where Evil Bill and Ted have the princesses strung up above the stage. Evil B and T have their confrontation with Bill and Ted, and then a less than epic battle with the Pop and Lock versions of Bill and Ted. The princesses are lowered down to the stage, and all seems right in the world. Until another time Booth appears with Coach Krupt inside. He takes over the world's TV satellites with the intent to broadcast Bill and Ted's demise. However, Bill and Ted recycle the same device from the last movie, where they go back in time to leave items and traps that will help them in the future, from the future. So they knock Krupt's gun out of his hand, from the future. Then cage him, from the future. But wait, Krupt is no dummy, 2 can play at this game. He gives himself a key to his cage, from the future. And another gun, from the future. But Bill and Ted remind him that only to the victors go the idiocy, so it was actually them who gave him the key, and the fake gun, from the future. And we are now all dumber having seen this play out. Oh, and Rufus was Pam Grier. Ted's dad arrests the usurper for reasons. Bill and Ted go back in time to marry, have kids, and learn to play their instruments, and roll them winning the Battle of the Bands and changing the world with their music. Credits.
Did they go back in time or did they go forward in time?
Does it matter?
I mean, well, you said they went back in time to learn. I mean, well, I guess they had to have, well, I don't know.
All right. So before we get into this movie, obviously next week we're watching the new Bill and Ted movie.
No,
Yes.
no, we're not. No.
That's right. That's right.
Everyone.
This is the last episode.
This is the
Remember, James? This is the last episode.
Yeah. It's been nice.
Wink,
It's
wink.
been nice,
nudge,
guys.
nudge.
We've had a good run.
Yeah, Rob, you don't need to be here next week. I mean,
Rob doesn't need to be here next week.
Nobody's going to be here next week. Yeah.
None of us do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But especially Rob.
Yeah.
Like whatever you do, Rob, don't log on Discord about this time a week from now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So next week, though, Creative Brand Candy is going to have a new show. It's going to be
Cooking with Rob. Yeah, we've been waiting for that.
No, it's going to be called Drinking and Smoking in Space. It's a sci-fi podcast from 3 guys who think they know sci-fi.
Who are these other 2 assholes you have roped into podcasting with you? Because it won't be me. Like, fool me once, shame on you.
But you keep coming back.
Look,
you had the option to get out of this back when you had the derecho. And I'm using air quotes right now. You had the opportunity to say, look, guys, it ain't working. My internet's never coming back ever.
Why would it never, ever come back?
I don't know.
You forgot to turn off the Home Depot fans? I don't know.
Yeah, right. All right, look. So next week we're watching the new Bill and Ted movie.
No, we're not.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, you're not watching, but Jason and I are, and we'll talk about it amongst ourselves. Just Jason and I about this time next week.
Normally it's just you talking,
but not. Yeah. Usually that's how it is. I just run roughshod over everyone. So look, just shut the fuck up, Rob.
No. If this is my last episode, I'm gonna get as much in as I can. I am bringing this train down, baby.
It revolves around Bill
not
and
a phone
Ted
booth
and their daughters.
Oh, the new one.
But
how do you know? You haven't seen it yet.
But at the fucking end of this movie, it's Little Bill and Little Ted.
Right.
What happened to them? Are we just supposed to forget?
Hello.
When we watch this movie next week?
It's 2020 now.
Oh, here we go.
Sex changes are a thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Maybe Little Bill and Little Ted are short for Little Bellina and Little
come on,
Teddy.
You're so bad at names.
What? Okay, give me the girl version of Ted.
How did you name your kids? Because if you
No.
did, I feel
told
really
you.
bad for them.
I told you they were an instant rice family. They were already named.
Wow. All right, so let's talk about Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah, let's get off of this topic.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So the first thing I've got is I think the 1989 future looked way better than 1991 future. I'm just saying.
How so?
Well, okay, so the original one, Excellent Adventure, came out in 1989. Their future looked pretty cool. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as neon bright and stupid.
Meanwhile, what, 2 years later, this movie comes out, 1991.
And it looked like 1991.
And it looked like 1991 puked all over the future.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... So I see that in
and apparently
a lot of...
everybody has Herman Munster shoes.
Right. I see that in a lot of movies and television shows that portray the future where it's just an exaggerated form of the present. It's like nothing has evolved, culture hasn't changed, design hasn't changed, nobody's changed. They've just made wildly bold exaggerations of what's currently going on. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this was. Like without a doubt, that is exactly what this was.
Entirely stupid.
However, I did learn, gentlemen, that there is a medieval England, Iowa.
Is it right? It's on the other side of the cornfield from you, isn't it?
It must be, as Ted was telling Hot Rufus, hey, our princesses are, they've been playing instruments since the 15th century or whatever.
Right.
And she's like, what? And he goes, medieval England. And she goes, where? And he's like, medieval England, Iowa.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny. I love this movie. I have a lot of fond memories about this movie. I don't know if it was nostalgia.
I think it was.
A lot of the CGI, and it's not even CGI. I don't even know what the fuck, like special effects were less than special this time.
Oh yeah, some of that screen compositing that they did was not good.
Yeah. No, not at all. But I was right. That was they took them to the cliff that Kirk fought the Gorn.
Yep,
that's right. They even showed that.
They even
clip
referenced it
in the movie.
Yep. Yeah, that is awesome. I dug that. Plus, did you guys catch who was playing the song that they were playing as they were getting ready to toss them off the cliff?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell us.
I'm going to tell you. Yes, it was.
I'm trying to remember. That was.
Are you researching on the fly?
No. It was Megadeth.
You'd
wasn't it?
It was indeed Megadeth. Go to Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wrote that for this movie, right?
Yes, they did. Great song, by the way. It's on their Hidden Treasures soundtrack. Hidden Treasures album, I guess. Not really a soundtrack, but great tune. Love the tune. Go to Hell. Great tune.
I thought the
music trivia.
I thought the Go to Hell thing was kind of interesting. Although they didn't go to hell immediately. They were kind of in a purgatory. And the way Death was talking, he said, you can play me to, try and get your lives back. But if you lose, then you'll forever be in hell. Right. Which implies that maybe if they don't play him and lose, then they could eventually leave hell?
There's a chance to leave. Yeah, I guess you get out of hell off of good behavior.
Right. You get out early for good behavior and you get to go to heaven.
I mean, I don't see the downside of playing him if you're going to be in hell forever either way.
Like, if you want to get, there's so many theological things that are wrong with this movie.
Well, there's theological and physical and yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of practical things that are wrong with this movie as well. I've never seen a flying V guitar fucking grappling hook. I've never seen one.
Whoa.
You haven't been to the future.
Futuristic flying V guitar, okay?
Right.
The grappling hook is extra. You get that as an add-on.
Yeah, that was dumb. And why did the bad guy look like he was wearing a costume out of Dune?
that's the only thing that was dumb? You're like latching on to that part?
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, hold on. Let me think. A Station was kind of dumb, but as a kid, I loved Station because I just like saying Station for everything. Kind of like
that was
today.
actually a mistake.
Was it
Yeah,
really?
so they were editing the script, and one of the parts of the script said something about them going to the sheriff's station, and they cut that part out, but they left station in because they were drunk whenever they were editing the script.
Wait. When they were editing the script? I think they were drunk the entire time.
Well, they probably were, but at this particular point, they were also drunk, and they had left station in, and they found that, you know, saying station in that high-pitched kind of weird voice that they were doing sounded really funny, so they left it in.
Station. Yeah,
You know, I've got to give Ted's dad and the deputy props.
The sergeant
for
Yeah,
being able
deputy.
to get the mannerisms that Bill and Ted had.
Yeah,
that
they nailed
was that was good. That was impressive.
yeah, they did a good job.
Pretty good. Yep. So look, this movie's a little contrived.
A little?
The plot's a little thin.
Yeah, so okay,
but it's
the
a
first
fun
one,
romp through fucking the afterlife.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
but the first one is all about time travel.
Right.
How do you go from time travel to death?
Because that was an excellent adventure, and this was a bogus journey. And I don't understand. There's yin and yang here. The dichotomy of an excellent journey compared to the bogus, the excellent adventure to the bogus journey. I don't understand what you don't understand about it. It's the yin and yang. It's fucking
okay.
Bill and Ted are yin and yang.
Okay,
It's just the way it is.
sure.
I don't know
This
that
is a
Bill
fun
and
romp.
Ted themselves are yin and yang to one another,
the Bill
but
and Ted
series
I think the
is yin and
movies
yang.
are yin
No,
and yang.
Bill and Ted, and then evil Bill and Ted. Which, by the way, they were those robots were Rock'em Sock'em robots. Like, you got that reference, right?
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, you
yeah,
said
with
Pop
them
and
taking
Lock.
No, the they were pop and lock robots that Bill and Ted built, or that Station built.
No, Station built Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Well, but they were because
they
I called
built them
them
to build
pop
them.
and lock robots because that's the dance they did.
Yeah, they were popping and locking all the time.
Well, yeah,
Because that was
the
the
90s.
thing. Yeah, that's the thing in the 90s.
That's what you did.
They just went and found them two dancers on the street and said, "Hey, we need you to wear blenders."
Really hot plastic costumes.
Right, but the wigs were made by Death. Don't forget that. I made
What?
the wigs.
Hey,
That's right. He did a lot of work on those, and
He did.
And his butt looks good too.
yeah, he works out.
He works out.
Reaping burns a lot of calories.
Yeah, burns a lot of calories. Yeah.
Reaping burn calories. Yeah. He doesn't even talk properly.
I love his. I'm sorry, his accent's amazing. I don't know where that actor is from.
So the
I don't
actor
know
is
if it's
American. He got the accent from a fellow castmate on a Broadway play that he was doing from Czechoslovakia. It's a Czechoslovakian accent.
I dig it. He does a good job.
Yeah.
It fits Death.
Do you think he'll have that same?
Yes, I do.
Think so?
I think the best part of this movie for me, like, I liked all of it. I think it's a fun romp through the afterlife. It kind of makes fun of some things, and it's just fun. It's a fun fucking movie. Turn your brain off and enjoy a goddamn movie every once in a while. This is it. He is like one of my favorite parts is when they play Battleship. And then they play Twister, and then they play.
No, they play Clue, and then they play
Clue and the electric
Twister.
football. Yeah, the electric football, and like that. Yeah, like,
Does anybody play
That's
electric
hilarious.
football?
who plays that? That game
That
shit.
fucking game sucks.
I've
That's
played it
terrible.
once and couldn't figure out why the hell people were so.
I know. There's some people that just love
Excited
that
about
game, and
it.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's just vibrates shit all over the place.
I mean, yeah. Oh, so I did a quick look up on
Man,
Wikipedia, holder of all knowledge.
My mind just went to a really weird place.
Jeez. So I'm on Wikipedia, holder of all knowledge.
I wonder if like parents bought that shitty fucking vibrating electric football game for the moms.
Oh my God.
You're all welcome.
Oh my God. There's like washer and dryer machines that would probably serve that purpose a lot better than a stupid flimsy ass vibrating board game.
Crowley, leave the weird sexual innuendo type of ideas to me and the professionals, because that was stupid. It was.
Anyways, Wikipedia, holder of all knowledge, says what?
Yeah. So I looked it up. Good Robot Bill is Michael Shrimp Chambers, and Good Robot Ted was Bruno Taco Falcon.
So they had shrimp tacos.
Yeah, they had shrimp tacos. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, but I thought it was weird that there was a middle name. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you thought was weird?
And it is.
You should probably just leave the podcasting to the professionals there, Sparkles.
I never said anything about the podcasting.
No, I just mean in general.
Gold. I do podcasting gold. You shut your whore mouth. And it's not like it matters. We're not going to have listeners after this week. We're done.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
But I was just confirming the fact that they went out onto the street and just found 2 dancers.
I'm pretty sure we haven't had listeners for a long time now.
Probably, yeah.
Probably
podcasting
not.
Soil comes to mind.
If I were St. Peter, I would throw Bill and Ted directly back to hell for quoting Poison.
That wasn't St. Peter. That was just the gatekeeper.
Yeah, what's wrong with Poison?
Have you never heard that St. Peter is the one who let you through the pearly gates, Rob?
But they didn't specify that was St. Peter.
Theologically,
just said,
that's 100% inaccurate. But yeah, that's who he was supposed to be, with St. Peter, and apparently, wasn't he wearing a top hat? At first, I was like, is this going to be Chubbs from
Wait, Chubbs wasn't even a thing yet. That was later, wasn't it?
No, yeah, he was still Apollo Creed around this time, I think. But
I was Taj Mahal.
I was waiting for. I was like, God, I hope this is Chubbs. Like, God damn, how great would that be?
No, it was Taj Mahal, who is a blues musician. So
he was playing St. Peter.
As a blues musician, as a blues guy, yeah. So maybe he has a soft spot for people.
Yeah, let's go back to the big question here. What's wrong with Poison?
Just people that quote lyrics.
80s hair bands. Yeah. Well, what's wrong with Poison? I want to know what the fuck is wrong with Poison.
They're mediocre at best.
Okay, look, Every Rose Has Its Thorn did a lot for me back in the day. Okay, man.
Okay, well that's great. It's still not a good song.
It is a good song.
You're not a good song.
God damn it. No, you're wrong. It is a good song. Fuck.
It is not a good song. And why is Bill and Ted's big Bring the World Back Together debut performance a power anthem?
I was wondering that too. I was like, I remember it being more, I don't know, like calm. Like that's what I thought. When I would think back, I was like, it's going to be calm. But no, it's like a fucking... I was just laughing going, this would make me want to kick somebody's ass if I'm a kid. not bring the world together and fucking join hands and shit. Like, that's not what... It wouldn't do that. So, yeah, I don't... I have a hard time... I'm going to be honest. Like, my expectations for the next Bill and Ted movie are super low, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, there's no little Bill and there's no little Ted.
Billina and Teddy.
Billina.
I don't even... I don't know what to do.
Where have you heard the name Billina before?
Look, if you put an A...
I think he just took Thumbelina and took off the thumb.
No. I'm just adding an A to the end of it to make it feminine, okay? Just bringing in my Spanish, my Spanish 101
why not do
from high school.
Why not do Bella?
Look, because that doesn't sound like Bill.
It sounds enough like Bill.
Look, why didn't you come up with the names? Why didn't you come up with the names?
Because you were so gung-ho about doing the names.
I know, right? He wasn't trying to make a dumb joke. You were. Twice now.
That's it. You know, I'm going to look it up. We're gonna find out.
I already know the answer, but I'm not going to give it away before next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if this one event was supposed to bring the world together.
It's Thea and Billy. See, little Bill and little Ted.
Ah, Jesus.
Totally done. Perfect.
Dumb as shit.
See? Awesome.
No,
they were young enough that they could have been
especially
boys and
in
girls.
the 90s. Nope, especially in the 90s.
Theodora, look, they came.
Those are
they
not.
Came,
no,
I
don't buy it.
No, you got to also remember that they had bodacious English babes. So
Plus,
they're
if it was
probably
the
using
90s, these chicks would be in their 30s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how old they're going to be in the movie.
Plus, if this was the big event, let me go back to my original fucking point that keeps getting lost every time fucking doorknob opens his mouth. If this is the big event,
how does it feel to get ramrodded?
You know what?
Rough shot.
Your mom knows.
Rough shot all over the place.
No, you said
Steamrolled.
ramrod. No, you said ramrod. Your mom knows. You should ask her.
Steamrolled.
If this is the big event that brings the world together and brings Bill and Ted to the forefront, why are they basically the wedding singer in the next movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, this wasn't the event.
That's a good question.
Or are they going to? Yeah. So my expectations for this next movie are about as high as when I, fucking podcast with fucking Doorknob. Like, that's where they're at. Like, it's not going to be good. I probably won't enjoy it. And I'm hoping that these low expectations will make me at least enjoy it a little bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't work every time I podcast with Doorknob. It doesn't matter how low my expectations go. Somehow he fucking drives that thing lower.
I don't want complacency is the devil's playground. Okay,
he's just challenging himself.
I don't want to grow stagnant. Okay,
that might be the funniest thing you've ever said, Rob. Congratulations.
Well, and Kat's statement last week holds true. I am funny.
Every once in a while,
and mark and mark your calendars, everyone. I was called funny for our very last show on Saturday.
Your very last show.
No. You guys said it was we were done. They just don't have enough time.
Yeah, we don't. Time. Yeah, we're very busy.
Yeah,
very busy. We'll be busy talking about the new Bill and Ted movie next week.
Yeah. Okay, so it only made $18 million over its budget.
Yeah, this was not a
sucked.
Financial success.
No,
not
at all.
I don't know how. As a kid, I loved this. There were so many great two-liners and maybe that's it. Like me and my brother, like I was obviously Ted, he was Bill. We would go around going, "Hey, want to play 20 questions?" Sure. Are you a mineral? Yes. Are you a tank?
Yes.
Like we would do that shit. It would drive my dad nuts. He hated it. So maybe that's it. Maybe through the rose-colored, but I still like this movie. Does it hold up today? I mean, if we're going to ask that question, does it hold up today? The answer is yes.
Kind of.
As long as you don't, if you squint during the Satan scene.
Right.
It holds up pretty well.
If you
kind of.
If you overlook more of the casual homophobia, it still holds up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, there were a couple of times they dropped that.
Calling them
word.
fags and then throwing them off the cliff.
You can't say that, Rob.
Yeah, that was incorrect.
That was bad. Yeah.
I wasn't saying it. I was quoting a movie from the it was okay. So apparently Bill's whole family are Esquires.
Oh, that's right. There's Granny Esquire.
Yeah. Granny Esquire. And
was that him?
Yeah, that was him.
Granny?
Yep.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He did.
And the makeup was amazing. Holy shit.
The makeup really held up well, especially when
they didn't try to CGI it.
Yeah, I mean, they zoomed in real close. It was all practical, but I mean, even the face prosthetics looked good.
Yeah.
It looked pretty believable. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really, like I said, there are a lot of this movie really holds up. The very first hell scene where they're trying to get Satan's attention on a meteor. Like on a chain, I think
that's just a floating rock platform on a chain. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it's hell.
As they feed the machine beast.
Yeah, which made why is that? I don't understand.
They were
why
trying
is there
to
an
tie
assembly
in.
line in hell?
They were trying to tie into the original sci-fi series of Metropolis, the original sci-fi movie of Metropolis, and bringing in the Machine and the Machine Beast. It was an artsy thing.
You remember earlier?
I was channeling my inner Jason. I apologize, guys.
You remember earlier when I was saying like my expectations podcasting with you, just they keep. It doesn't matter how low they go.
Look,
once again, congratulations.
Yep.
I was channeling my inner Jason because Jason was thinking, "Ooh, this is
I don't think he was.
Metropolis."
No, I wasn't thinking that. I had not even thought about Metropolis at all.
There was an electric guitar in there.
They're so fucking
This must be
far
Metropolis
apart.
2 Electric Boogaloo.
Why are you the only one that thinks I have tried my best to get Metropolis out of my head? Why do you continually bring it up?
Because sometimes
he's secretly a fan.
All that Jason wants is another baby.
Oh my God.
And then he's gone tomorrow.
I've already had that song stuck in my head, so fuck off.
Yep. It just keeps coming back, doesn't it?
It will not fucking go away. I seriously think I have some kind of brain tumor.
You do. It's called Rob.
You know what it is. So I got your wife to put a hidden speaker in your bedroom, and that thing plays on loop while you try to sleep.
You know, if I ever do actually have a brain tumor, I am naming it Rob.
You should.
You know what? You should. 100% you should. I know if I have a cancerous melanoma somewhere, I'm naming it Rob.
Junior, okay? Don't name it just straight up Rob. It needs to be Rob Jr.
No, it's straight up fucking Rob. That's exactly what I'm going to name it.
No.
I may even call it a doorknob every now and again.
Well, that's just, people are going to think
I'll have it on the podcast, and my expectations for my cancer will be much higher than my expectations for you.
What podcast? We are done after this week.
I keep forgetting that.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Is it time for awards yet?
It's time for final thoughts. Who's got final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Let's do those. Yeah.
I like this movie a lot. It's a little campy, but every once in a while you just got to watch a movie, turn your brain off, and enjoy the ride. This is a good ride. It's fun. It's fun for the whole family. So watch this movie and enjoy. Bon appetit.
Robbie?
All right. Is this the part where we do the haiku, or are you just wanting a final thought? Because I don't have any final thoughts.
I don't think
about
you have
this
a
piece
thought,
of thing. Yeah,
let alone a final thought.
I'm done with this thing.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Oh my
Let's
God.
find out what Pirate Scotty will do.
There's so much fucking editing that's going to have to happen in this episode.
There is.
Oh my God.
Well, you can always just mute his track.
You could, but then you guys would be laughing for no reason.
Oh, no, we'd be laughing for a reason.
Well, since he's going to edit, let me go ahead and just get my goldfish out.
God damn it.
Sake.
James, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, this 1991 romp through the afterlife, more sci-fi than 11/22/63?
I think I'm really going to have to reference our last episode where there was a time traveling phone booth that was kind of like the TARDIS, just a tighter fit. Went back forth time, did that a couple times. But in this one, I really think that it's more sci-fi than 11/22/63 because they came back from the dead. And typically you can't do that, especially if there's a fucking worm eating your brain. So yes, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, more sci-fi than 11/22/63.
Yeah, but they came back from the dead through mystical powers, not through a science machine or any kind of science.
Fantasy.
They came back to life because they won board games.
Look, they went back in time to set up their guns and cages and stuff. So there. Does that work for you?
Hey, whatever floats your boat. Rob, you got a haiku for us this week.
Yeah, this one's titled Strange Sequel. Tank is minerals. Not sure the point of movie. Dance with the Reaper.
Yeah, because if you're a king or a lowly street sweeper, sooner or later, you dance with the Reaper.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Mr. Grim Reaper. We appreciate that.
He's still, dude. Sorry. Look, did you not like this movie, Jason?
No, I liked it fine. I don't think it was as good as the first.
No,
I think it was
I
better
like the
than the
first
first.
one.
Yeah, I
the
don't.
first.
It was too much. I mean, the beginning was okay and kept a decent storyline. The end kind of kept
He's
a decent
throwing up a little bit in his mouth.
It's hard to regurgitate this. But the middle just seemed like it was a skit show.
It was very disjointed.
It was a very funny skit show.
It had its
Very
moments. Yeah,
disjointed.
it was a funny movie. Yeah. I just don't think it was as good as the first.
Okay. You know what? I'm okay with that. And I'll tell you why I'm okay with that. Because typically sequels suck. Like they suck to the point where you're just like, oh God, why did I watch this? And this isn't the case with this movie. This movie, you're like, yeah, it's got some funny parts. I enjoyed watching it. Not as good as the first, but it's still enjoyable. So I'm okay with that answer. I'm okay with it. I'd ask what Rob thought, but I don't give a shit.
All right, who's got awards?
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
I do.
Rob, who's got your black lung?
I guess you could give it to Bill and Ted for hell and all that kind of good stuff, but I'm going to give it to Doc Cottle because I didn't see any smoking happening.
Wow. Did you watch this movie?
I wasn't paying attention half the time.
That explains a lot about what goes on in this podcast. Thanks for asking, Jason. I'm going to give it to, I thought about giving it to the guy at the big hardware store, what was the name of that place? I don't even remember.
I don't either.
It was like a hardware store /
Did you even watch this movie?
No, I didn't. I was going to give it to the guy they passed as there was a payphone in the middle of the aisles for some reason, which is typically not what payphones were. Yeah, they were usually at the front of the fucking store for all you millennials that have never seen a goddamn payphone in your life. But regardless, I didn't give it to him. Instead, I gave it to the Italian guy watching. I'm guessing he's Italian. I don't know. That was smoking a stogie while watching soccer.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's who's getting mine as well.
That. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I mean, that thing
I
was
forgot about two.
a big
There were
fat
two.
cigar.
Yeah, it was a big fat cigar, but there was also the guy smoking a cigarette there by the payphones in the middle of the aisle.
Yeah, I missed
And
that
the
one.
Reaper turned around and said,
Oh, that's right. I'll be seeing
Yeah.
you soon. Yep, I remember that now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And then he put it out on the
was-
floor. He put it out on the floor of the fucking store. Like, I worked.
The 90s were a different
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah, I worked at Montgomery Wards. That was my first job. And I remember that. I did that.
You put them out on the floor?
Yeah, I didn't give a shit.
Fucking
Whatever.
animal. All right, James, who's got your head lush?
My head lush goes to who gets the fucking Richard Dawson. I
Okay.
didn't see anybody drink.
Really?
Oh, wait. No, it goes to the new age fuckers with the wine. That's who gets it.
Okay. Rob?
I was going to give it to Evil Bill and Ted because that seems like all they were doing was drinking something and eating and...
But it was Pepsi. And they made sure that we knew it was Pepsi.
Nope. There was one scene where they were drinking
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah, towards the
What
end.
scene was that?
Right
Well,
before they left.
So my head lush award is going to go to Evil Bill and Ted because when they first went to Good Bill and Ted's apartment and came in, they dunked themselves on the couch and then slammed a couple beers and then drove Good Bill and Ted to the desert to kill him.
I'm telling you right now, those were Pepsis.
Don't think
Go
so.
back and look. Those were Pepsis, 100%.
All right. Well, I'll go back and look. Give me just a sec.
Okay. Are you really going back to look?
Yeah.
How are you going to look right now? Oh, you're going to. Okay. I'm telling you, those were Pepsis. Like they made it very clear that they were both holding Pepsis when they got up, which didn't make sense to me. Like, why are you drowning your sorrows in Pepsi? Like, remember, they just got out of high school. So they were not legal to drink yet.
Had the legal age been bumped up to 21 at that point?
Oh, yeah. It got bumped up to 21, especially in California. I thought that got bumped up in the early 80s, if not the late 70s.
Those do not look like Pepsis that even regular Bill and Ted are drinking. I don't know what they are.
I don't think they were beers. They weren't legal.
Well, we don't know how old they are or how long this was after the second movie.
2 years. So if they graduated high school a year earlier, they'd only be 19 or 20.
Well, you
20
know,
at
I
the
mean,
most.
Okay, so the cans that they are slamming have a gold top to them.
Pepsi cans had a gold top back in the day.
these are not Pepsi cans.
No, they are not Pepsi cans. However, there is a Pepsi can on a shelf in the right hand of the scene behind.
Oh,
Good
I wish
Bill
I had
and
the
Ted.
Blu-ray of this instead of the DVD.
Oh, I'm looking on YouTube. They ate Lay's
Yeah.
and
It
something.
looks like they're Milwaukee's Best or a recreation of Milwaukee's Best.
I like whatever. You can give it to whatever. I thought it was soda. Whatever. I don't think they explicitly said it was beer or soda one way or the other.
It says Meister.
Meisterbrow.
Yeah.
Meisterbrow. Okay, so that was their generic kind of
Yeah.
non-brand
'Cause they-
beer that they put in.
Yeah, they held that up. They held it up and shook it when they went after they had gone to like have their conversation with each other on whether to trust them. Yeah, Meisterbrow. Okay.
All right. There you go.
Let's see.
I sit corrected.
So, yeah. So they're getting my head lash for slamming beers and then driving to the desert.
Yeah, but they were robots. So
That's
they didn't
true.
really get drunk. Yeah.
That's true. Rob, who's got your player award?
I'm giving my player award to Ted's dad for stealing Missy away from Bill's dad.
Yep. He's getting mine as well.
It's 3 for 3. Yep. James, who's got your purple hippo?
You know, I on one hand, I want to give it to Death because Death loses for the first time. And he just doesn't handle it very well. So on one hand, I want to give it to Death. On the other hand, I kind of want to give it to God because he's got to. He knows these three guys are coming. He knows Death's coming. He knows Death's lost. He's omnipotent. He's omniscient, and he's just like, fuck, station. Here, go, get the fuck, just get out. And for God, that like it's already annoying that you have to deal with lesser beings. Like, yeah, he created this, but God, seriously, sometimes. And now he's got to deal with these three. So I think I'm gonna give it to God.
Okay, Rob.
Mine is going to Ted and that damn bunny when they were in
Oh, that's right. Okay.
that was freaking creepy as hell. And that guy's got some issues.
Yeah, so mine's
Yeah.
going to go to Bill and Ted for, experiencing death, going to hell, going through their own personal hellscape, then having to beat the Reaper at what was it, 4 times they had to beat this dude before he finally accepted defeat, and then going to heaven, mugging people to get to see God, and then finding strange Martians, which I could have done without the Martians in this movie. I thought they were superfluous and stupid and could have been handled in a totally different direction that made more sense.
Well, like what?
I don't know, another historical figure from the past or even a historical figure
That
from
could
the
make a
future.
robot. That could make a robot.
Yeah, somebody
from the
from
future,
the
yeah.
future.
Okay, that I could get behind, but
Because I
Yeah,
guess
the
the
past.
idea is that everything's in the same.
I mean, if you really wanted to go full
Time
Charlie on this, you could have just had Abraham Lincoln make like a steampunk,
Oh, that would have been cool.
right? Like have steampunk versions of Bill and Ted take on the robots. Yeah,
That would have been funny.
I would have been all right with that. Like top hats and everything. Like Abraham Lincoln, Death, and Bill and Ted get out of the back of a van. Like that, I'm all for. Like my kid came down while Station joined. Is that how we want to like where they turned into the big station?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't care for that scene at all.
Oh, yeah? It was
That's
a little
freaking
creepy.
Yeah, she started backing away when they showed the blob. Like she started backing away from the TV and she's looking at it. She's looking at me, like giving me the side eye, like, what the fuck are you watching? They're like, it's a puppet, sweetheart. Just watch. It's a puppet. And then he stands up. Station. I'm like, see, it's a puppet. And then she started laughing at it.
Speaking of creepy, Colonel Oates like sneaks up on you like a creeper. I mean, just comes and slides up behind you.
Did you see how like this is like maybe she should get my player award, Missy, because she was she did a little bump and grind action on their Colonel Oates there.
Did she? I missed that.
As she passed him in the party.
I think she got around to everybody.
Oh, I think so too.
Except for Bill and Ted.
She turned around so that her butt was towards him, and she like did a little thing with her butt and looked
Colonel
behind
Oates.
him and said, "Yeah, hi, Colonel Oates," and he went, "Hello." So maybe in the next movie, she's married to Colonel Oates.
Well, you know, Ted's dad and Colonel Oates are pretty tight. Maybe they just maybe they do a threesome thing.
Getting a little freaky in
Freaky
Bill's
deaky
room
in
or in
the,
Ted's room.
Little
Ted's
menage
household.
going on.
Menage. Jesus. I don't even. What the fuck? All right. Oh, that terrible disappointment.
So next week we're going to finish up the Bill and Ted series.
No, we're not.
Rob, there's something we need to tell you.
What's that?
The show isn't actually ending.
You lied to me.
I
How
did.
You are,
dare you?
Yeah.
I did.
No, you don't need to be here next week.
Now,
We
next
found
week
somebody
we're
to
going to
replace you.
finish up the Bill and Ted series with the movie where they once were told that they'd saved the
Is it
universe during a
Robot Rob?
time-traveling adventure.
There's evil robot
These
Rob.
two would-be rockers from San Dimas, California find themselves as middle-aged dads still trying to crank out a hit song and fulfill their destiny. So those ending credits were full of shit. It stars your favorites, Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, and Kristen Schaal. It is Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Well, your first guess should have been the fact that they did a concert on Mars. I mean,
I really hope Tenacious D's in this movie.
he's not. They're not. But Weird Al
It's not a
Yankovic
he,
is.
it's a they.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
Weird Al Yankovic is.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what? I was watching a video yesterday, and I'd totally forgotten that Jack Black was in Waterworld.
That
Were
was
you
random.
watching? Were you watching?
And that's
No,
going to be
no,
it for
no,
this
no,
week.
Waterworld.
Wait. I want to know if he was watching Waterworld, and I want to know why.
I was watching.
Okay,
Like,
so,
that's not on the.
Here's
watching
a
the honest
spoiler.
trailers for Waterworld.
No,
It's not on
here's
the
a
list, is it?
spoiler.
It
Yes,
is
it
on
is.
the- it is on the list.
And here's the spoiler.
You can
I'm
thank
not
Rob
watching
for
if
that.
it comes up.
I
No,
won't be
I won't
here in
watch it.
2 weeks, and you guys are going to do a different movie, and Waterworld is
Wait.
it.
Nope.
You're
Wait,
welcome.
why are you not here in 2 weeks? Where are you going?
I will be out and about in the world.
Can you just not come back?
No, because you already said that you already gave up the whole idea that Satis was canceled.
But I said we fired you and we found somebody else.
You
we
didn't
haven't
fire
found
me.
somebody else. But
Look, let's just take episode 128 as the glorious episode that it's going to be when we get to do it and cherish those memories
All right.
that we make.
I
will. I
hope we randomly pick a dud next week.
you know, it doesn't matter. It's going to be the greatest episode of Satis ever.
You know what's going to be really funny is if for some strange reason I end up getting back in time to record, and I'm just going to show up.
hate you.
No.
And with that terrible note, that's all
I'm
we
not
have
even
for
gonna
this week.
announce
Our
it.
intro and
We're
outro
like,
music
surprise,
is Welcome Home by
motherfuckers.
Cambo. Podcrawl music is Snack Picks by Machette. If you'd like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord channel at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord. On Twitter at Satis_podcast, or you can email us at smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com. If you'd like to throw a few nickels our way, you can become a Patreon supporter by going to smokinganddrinkinginspace/Patreon. And make sure to visit Creative Brain Candy for more great shows and other creative works at creativebraincandy.com. For this week, I am Jason.
I've got a full-on robot chubby right now.
Okay, look. Seriously. The show's canceled, Bob. Don't show up.
Too late. I'm showing up
Please.
with a full-on robot chubby.
And we'll talk to you next week. Rob, you
I
got
got
squigglies? All right.
Yeah. Wait. Let me check. Hold on. Yep. Squigglies taste like pizza.
You're a dick.
So next week, Rob, we're not recording. Just keep that in mind.
No. We're recording next week. It's the week after that we're not recording.
We're not going to record anymore, Rob. This is going to be the last episode.
This is the swan song?
Yeah, this is the swan song.
Yeah,
You should have picked something better.
Yeah, well,
you should say your goodbyes. Say your goodbyes.
Say your
this week.
goodbyes today, and
All right. I will.
she'll miss everybody, and
I'll do it.
definitely unsubscribe to the feed. So because there's not going to be any
Unsubscribe.
more after this one.
Yeah.
So,
What
Feed?
Yeah, it's
What
all
are you
done.
talking about? Unsubscribe from a feed.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. All good.
Yeah. I just go straight up to the source.
Yeah, no, the website's
Tap it.
probably will
Tap it at
probably
the
get
source.
taken down, so you don't even need to check anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's-
Cool.
Yeah, we
Cool.
just what I need you to do is give Jason access, like admin access to the doc site, and then revoke your access because we're just gonna take it down anyway. Like it's not really that big of a deal.
Oh, but you need it up there just for a little bit, so that
For just a little bit longer, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
understand. I got
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
IT, you get it.
Yeah, no, makes total sense. Makes total
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Root
Or,
access. Root.
yeah, root
Root?
access definitely.
Root
Root,
access.
yeah.
Root access. Gotcha.
Well, they should rename it Groot Access. That'd be a lot cooler. Hey, on the week that Rob's not going to be here, can we invite his mom in? I mean, she's already spending the night before. We could share the mic. 2 podcasters, 1 mic.